Look what you had done. Playing with my
$1 million a day, like just when you wake up.
Swear you're doing all of this just to have some fun. When I saw those rap, I should've did that.
What's up, guys? My name is SnewJ. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, let's get serious. Today, we're gonna meet a gentleman by the name of Rudy. Made $1 million a day, lost it all, and got it all back. I'm curious, and I know you are too. This guy was featured in 60 Minutes. He was in Forbes under 30. So this guy has a lot of knowledge and wealth to share. So make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. By the way, we started a community where aspiring entrepreneurs can learn from successful entrepreneurs. We have guest speakers religiously, live calls. We all get to talk to each other, learn from each other. You might find your next career opportunity here. Remember, your network is your net worth. Click that link in the description below, and let's get the video started. Where's Rudy at? Is that a Ferrari, California? Oh man, did he just do us like that?
Yo,
This your car?
Yeah,
Nice
see
to
you, man.
see you again. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
How much does this car go for?
200,000-300,000.
For real?
Yeah,
Guys,
man.
This is a lovely car, bro. We love the jacket too.
Oh, thanks. I picked it just for you today, man.
Really? So for the people that are seeing you for the very first time, they have no idea who you are. What's your name? How old are you? What do you do?
So, hey everyone, I'm Rudy Ron. I'm 29 years old, and I have two companies. One is import-export. We were featured on 60 Minutes as one of the largest medical device distribution company with over $100 million in revenue the first year. Second company is a blockchain data infrastructure company called Karat. Market cap is $20 million. Feel free to follow us. There's a point in my life I made $1 million a day. I lost it all, then I managed to get it all back, and today I want to tell you more about it.
$1 million a day?
Yeah, $1 million a day.
Bro, I gotta pick this guy's brain, bro. Let's get to the video. Let's start with the Ferrari.
It's 2019.
2019.
You tell me I'm something you need, but baby, you know that I'm bad for you.
Can we check out the inside?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Ooh. Bro, Ferrari always has the most beautiful interior.
And you know I'm just so hard to please.
Can I borrow it for a day?
Go for it, man.
Oh man.
A little.
All right, so this is the crib, huh?
Yeah.
This is how you're living?
Yeah, let me show you the view.
Check it out. Check it out. Come on in. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
So here's my dog, Lucky. Lucky?
Is he friendly though? What's going on over here?
Yeah,
this is a secret room.
Yeah, this is a secret room. Carrot, come out. Carrot.
Oh, what the? You got a rabbit?
Yeah, it's our company's mascot.
Tell us more about this rabbit. How old is this rabbit?
A little over a year. We bought him at Consensus last year at our party because we needed a mascot. Our logo is like a bunny and carrot.
Oh.
So yeah.
That's why.
She's active.
Pet her. Oh. Why you scared? Wait, come closer.
I have my morning meetings here at like 6-7 o'clock. You can see the sunrise.
Okay.
And this is Lucky's room here.
Look at this view. Hold on. Can we just enjoy this view? This is your office, right?
Yeah, this is my office.
But you can see the crypto.com arena from here.
Oh yeah, every day waking up, seeing future favors of brave is
wow.
Is something.
Look at that. Describe like your typical day. You come in here to the office, or you go to your actual office?
Morning, I usually wakes up at 7. I usually go down to the gym, an hour workout, and come back, have my morning class here with China and Asia. Okay. Then I go, the driver pick me up, and I go to the office.
You got a driver?
Yeah.
He got a driver.
Yeah, so this is my living room. I usually cook my sweet potato here every morning and then make my protein shake. I got a living room here where I, end of the day, just sit down, watch some shows, and play some game.
Okay. So let me ask you this. How much is rent here?
So the rent here, this one is around $7,000.
$7,000. Wow.
Adding utilities, probably parking like 8. Yeah.
8. So that's a mortgage, huh?
Yeah. It's way easier than a house I had before. They appreciate the view. They sometimes like stand next to the window and like appreciate the view. Like
I would appreciate the view too, Rudy.
Yeah, they do.
I could stand here every day, just kind of like think about life and think about saving the world. So
yeah, this is my room. It's a little messy, but it still gets another good view.
How much does that Louis Vuitton case cost?
My friend gave it to me.
Oh, really?
Actually, I never looked out.
I could get used to this. Rudy, I feel like you're a very humble millionaire, huh?
All right, yeah,
like,
thank you.
I could tell. Very simple.
Yeah.
You make a lot of money, and then, you're just very modest.
Well, yeah, I had my party days at Newport Beach house. It's just too much burden. You kind of like have the pool guy fights with the gardener every day. The gardener wants to grow a tree bigger, and it became a full-time job, you know. So eventually I moved here and focused more on the business side.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I respect that, man. Rudy, thank you for showing me your beautiful crib. You know, it's always good to see, you know, how an entrepreneur like yourself is living, you know. We love the view. How did you even get started with all of this, whatever you're doing right now?
Yeah, man, it goes all the way back to my years at USC actually. So when I first joined the USC, I was like, we were trying to join frats and stuff.
Okay.
Me and my friends, and so we created our own little club called Prime Union, which was like we charge $20,000 per person per year.
Really?
That was my first company.
Wait, $20,000 per person?
Yeah.
It was a private
club. Yeah, we got on like a CNN, CNBC for that stuff. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's actually the start, the beginning of the vibe for like Crazy Rich Asians and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, because before us, I think the whole image of Asians are all like nerdy, you know, gay kind of ish or whatnot. But yeah, after that, like we really changed it. So that was my first entrepreneurship, which we through like private parties, we charge like we do one public recruit party every year, and we have like private ones. I think Seth Rogen was there once.
Really?
Yeah. Then
Seth Rogen, huh?
Yeah, that was funny. Then yeah, obviously we got shut down because we were throwing a lot of underage parties at like 21 plus club, which we didn't know was illegal back then. So yeah, we eventually got shut down, so we just stopped doing it.
So going back to the story where you started in college, right?
Yeah.
Private club, it was $20,000 per person. How does one even do that?
We want to do parties, right? We want to get in parties and we couldn't get in, and we were like, F that, let's just throw our own parties, which supposed to be cooler, right? So first party was at Trump's mansion. Mulholland Drive.
How did you even get into Trump's mansion? That's like
it's pretty funny. We were just like asked a lot of friends and friends. So yeah, in the end we got a mansion, and we threw an event here, and it was pretty wild. You know, people hit off golf balls off the cliff, broke like some fancy like $100,000 car windows like down there. We had people like jump from the second floor into a pool in the middle of the night and asked us like give us $500 to pick up his like sunglasses. And yeah, we just decided to charge membership fee and do like smaller, more private events.
Did Trump's mansion cost you guys anything, or?
Yeah, it was expensive. It was, I think we got the whole night for over $100,000.
So $100,000.
Yeah, it was a lot of money for us back then, because we didn't have much money, you know. We were like kids, right? It's mainly just we pre-sold all the tickets and tables.
That's smart.
We sold the idea of the club. So like, you know, we always say like the club has like, you know, Europe origin stuff. It's like first branch here. The story always gets people going. I think like a lot of people were buying the story like back then. We only had 3 people team because we always pretend we have a big team. So
of course.
One guy pick up the call. Oh, let me forward you to my manager. Then then my roommate will be like, yo, I'm the manager. Then, okay, yeah, our founder and CEO is not here. He's like
you just have to kind of fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you have to like finesse sometime, but like, you know, in the end of the day, you're selling the dream, right? Like you're selling the
vision, the dream.
The vision. Right, and a lot of people liked it, and eventually the vision became true, right? Like the whole Crazy Rich Asian, they later made movies, interviews, whole like genre about like, you know, all those stuff. So, but yeah, so I think it was successful, even though the venture didn't last for more than 2-3 years. But like the whole idea, the whole vision we're pushing, actually, you know, I think outlived itself.
You had to be very resourceful to get Trump's mansion in the first place. So you had to like constantly network and talk to so many people to even make it happen. Because, you know, if you tell some random person in the street like, hey, can you get Trump's mansion? They probably wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah. Because they're not as resourceful, and being resourceful is very important.
That's very important. Yeah, definitely keep your network open, keep your minds open. Like, don't only think about the people you meet. Oh, they're not like, they cannot help you right now, but like definitely think about like, you know, like everyone will be helpful at some point in your life. So treat everyone nicely, even the people you're not, you know, you don't have like direct connection with in the exact moment, but like, you know, some good gesture or good reputation goes a long way.
You were like 18, 19 or?
I was like, 19.
So 19, so probably ended what, like 21, stopped that venture?
Yeah. That's when I started like diving more into tech and like go like focus a little more on my school life. That's when I started the Magic Cube, which was my first tech venture, which is a gaming focused.
Okay, so you said the Magic Cube?
Yes.
Magic, and how old were you at this time?
Magic Cube, I started in my second year at USC, so 21, yeah.
21. So tell me more about the Magic Cube experience.
Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough because I didn't know it was going to be so rough to do a tech entrepreneurship. I still think if you want to do tech, like deep innovative tech, it's going to be really, really hard. Like
a lot of money, right?
It's kind of like a low barrier entry. Nobody knows how to do it, but like super high yield at the end kind of situation, you know.
That's very true.
Yeah. So that's like the lesson I learned about like super high tech. Like we started out doing like blockchain, VR, like gaming, like, you know, edge on the edge technology gaming stuff.
Yeah.
And we got invested by like Plug and Play, Blackstone Launchpad, and a couple other Chinese funds as well at the time.
Okay.
And immediately after we got of the meeting and someone committed, I think 5 of us were founders at the time, and we got into super big fight because like the CTO was like, yo, we wrote all the codes, let's change the equity, I want double my equity percentage.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way, like you cannot just change stuff.
You guys had it under contract. Like,
exactly. So. We signed all the contract, but like people didn't know how much they were worth, though I guess everyone would just play along, but like after they signed everything, like they saw, okay, this is actually worth like $8-10 million, then people get like super excited, you know.
Your first year with Magic Cube, what was the first step? Did you start raising money?
I was able to raise like a couple $100,000, and also back then the economy was way better.
No, for sure.
So it was like still rough. No one was balling out. We were all thrifty, you know, working like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, I like that.
Eating like less than $5 like meals.
Damn, what were you eating? Like Doritos?
It was like we were in China because that was like the whole venture was we moved back to China to make it.
Oh, so at this time you were in China? Okay.
Yeah, because blockchain was not welcomed in America.
Okay, this is 2016, 17?
Yeah.
Okay,
so because we were doing like VR, AR, blockchain, a lot of combination, we were trying out different things. It took us like 2 years to figure out, okay, crypto is like, and blockchain is the way to go.
What was that pivotal moment when you guys, because you're testing a bunch of games, right? Yeah. And you're raising like a couple $100K here, a couple $100K there.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
What was that moment where you guys like, okay, let's raise millions and let's do whatever the next thing is? What was that? Describe that moment and talk about that.
So it's mainly I think the gaming and crypto idea got like bigger and bigger. Mm-hmm. Eventually, like I was the first one initiated, but like a lot of more investors, funds started like jumping in that idea.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is the future. This is the future. So everyone started jumping in.
Start investing.
Yeah, major gaming companies, major public chains, they all like Neo, Tencent, they all saw what we were doing. They were like, this is the future. Let's get in there.
This is it.
There was, and the crypto price was going up like crazy. So like everyone just was FOMOing. And
what year was this?
2018. 2018,
wow.
2019. It was like.
Was this the point that you're talking about? You're making $1 million a day, or was
it's the same time because we were raising money, but we were raising tokens. So back then, when you raise for crypto projects, you only raise Ethereum or Bitcoin. You don't raise USDT because back then people think USDT is a scam, right?
Yeah.
So I was raising Ethereum, and Ethereum prices were like going like crazy.
Yeah. And Ethereum is for like the game and stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
Just for the people that don't know what that means.
Ethereum is basically the infrastructure token for like all the games we're building.
Yeah.
And the Ethereum price was growing like 10% a day. So like if you hold $10 million worth of Ethereum, you're making like $1 million a day, like just when you wake up.
Yeah.
So that's why it was like really, that one it gets really, really crazy. I didn't think it would stop. It was going to happen forever.
Yeah.
So that's the really scary part. That's when we started making a lot of bad moves.
You're making $1 million a day, right? How long did it last?
I think it only lasted for a month.
A month.
But I saw that would be forever.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy though. $1 million a day. You're probably like, oh my gosh, right? Like,
yeah,
damn,
I was like, I have more money than I would ever be able to spend. So like, I told my assistant to get us a whale to dye it orange into a branding color.
Yeah.
And to like film commercial about it. Obviously, it didn't happen because of all the animal protection stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we were renting out a private jet with our company name on it. We saw we were on the top of the world, and actually started like going downwards. Is like, because I had so much and I promised the investor and the market so much and everyone has such high expectation that I started thinking, because I'm a good guy, I'm not the kind of guy who actually take all the money and run around his play. I was like, okay, how do we deliver all the expectations? If we expand a team, it's going to take too long because we promised all the investors we're going to list in like a year or two.
You said listing?
Listing our tokens. So they had high expectation on like the maturity of.
So all your investors were waiting for this token to be listed.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you're over here making $1 million a day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you're trying to figure out how do you get that out there?
Exactly. Okay. That's when we started making mistakes. Then we started doing acquisitions because we're like, okay, how are you going to spend all this money and deliver the products when you only have like 20 people team and you don't have enough time to expand the team to big enough to create that much value. Right?
You said you were making $1 million a day. What happened?
I mean, it didn't like go zero immediately, but I started like not going well. Right? The Ethereum stopped growing. I mean, there were some small up and down at the top, but like, and when the $1 million day stopped happening, that's when we started leveraging on stuff because we're actually not going to get $1 million day. Okay, let's just let others invest with us, and that's when we started like asking people to, involve in our buyout. So like a leverage buyout, you raise money on a new entity you're trying to merge with. And we start raising investment funds just specifically for our ecosystem. And that like started kept going for another like a year. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, after, we started all the leverage buyout, we had like guys running away with all our money. Then like the government started cracking down, the whole token market crashed. So we lost 30 million or more, maybe 100 million during that time.
You said 100 million? You lost 100 million?
I think from the peak, if you count from the peak, Ethereum dropped from $800 to $80. So we we literally lost 90% of all of our holdings with leverage. Yeah, it got really, really ugly for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, and then all that's good now, or
eventually handled. We give back a lot of people a lot of money.
You paid everybody back.
We paid everyone out.
That's important.
And it was still the token was still successfully listed on like 5 different exchanges.
Cool.
And we still have like new games we're publishing, but like in way smaller scale. Before.
Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of what happens when you're young, and then it's like you get fast money and and a little inexperienced at the time, right? I mean, now you know that next time you get in that situation, you know what to do.
Exactly. I think it's the most important part when you're in that situation is that you need to understand it's a lot of monies are not like, it's not sustainable.
It's not going to be consistent.
Yeah. So
what happens next? What were you doing after that? Did you move at this time? Are you in the U.S. or?
Yeah, I moved. That's why I moved back to the U.S. because it got like just way out of hand. I mean, I moved back, and I was like, okay, I just had like huge trauma, right? Like I lost so much money than I could ever imagine I lost, and like besides money, in China back then I was like still a celebrity. I had like 2 reality shows about me. And,
for real? You didn't tell us?
I was on national TV, and there was like a lot of fans, and I just couldn't let it go. But like my parents were like, yo, you have to, it's not worth it.
You got to start a clean slate.
I decided to finish US because I took a gap in my second year. So I took some classes, then COVID hit. I was still like trying to finish school, online and stuff. Then like my friends started calling me in the US. It's another random fan I had on Facebook. I was like, yo, Rudy, you got any masks? Then, that's the story I talked in 60 minutes. But like, then like, I was like, let me look into it because I had not much to do at the time, right? The crypto was in the total bear market.
Yeah.
And I was at school and it was like not that much fun. I was like, okay, let me look into what are some masks.
Yeah.
Then the first deal we made, we sold to CVS, like a mask with like 100% profit. And I was like, and they paid immediately. And people were like, thank you so much. I was like, what? What is this? Like,
new idea.
100% APY in a day? Like what? Like, then that's when I started like dive into it, then like put together the crew and started doing it. It ended up being
the import export.
Yeah, way less stressful than tech entrepreneurship, I have to say, because it's really straightforward. It's like really traditional business model. You just buy and sell stuff. So it got really big, really quick, and we ended up we're selling to FBI, like to Victoria's Secret, to Coast, to U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force Base.
Yeah.
It was like, it just got like really, really big.
Import-export business looks like it's under control, and you got that running.
Yeah.
You get back into tech, or what's going on?
Yeah, we started a new company called Karat.
Okay, so that's what. Okay.
Yeah, because based on my experience with Magic Cube, I later understood that a lot of users' behaviors will still be in Web 2. And the key part that you want to be decentralizedly stored and managed and took ownership of is actually your identity data or some of your sensitive data like tax data, medical data and stuff. So it's not like all your Instagram story need to be in an IPFS decentralized server, right? It doesn't need to be on blockchain, but all your other data does. So with Karat, we are able to help users encrypt all their sensitive data onto the blockchain, but still maintain full access control and privacy utilizing our MPC and DK technologies.
Okay, so that's what Rudy's doing right now. This guy just has so many ventures, so many so many life experiences. When is the next bull run, you think, for crypto? Yeah. I know like it's like all speculation, right? Yeah. But you think it's 2024.
Totally, yeah.
What is Bitcoin gonna hit?
I think in 2024, Bitcoin gonna hit at least $80,000.
$80,000. Okay, that's at least conservative, right?
Yeah.
Not 100K?
Definitely have a big chance of hitting 100K, but conservatively $80,000.
$80,000. Do you think Bitcoin will ever hit 500K or even a mil?
Oh, definitely within our lifetime. But in next year, I think 80,000 is definitely a safe bet. So
next year, huh? Yeah. How about Ethereum?
$10,000.
$10,000. Okay.
Yeah, 10,000 is
now, are you invested in Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Oh yeah, I do hold heavy positions.
Are you able to say like the value?
I don't.
How much you hold?
I hold around in different wallets, probably like 100 Bitcoin.
100 Bitcoin?
Yeah.
How about Ethereum or no?
Ethereum, I hold 3,000.
3,000? Okay. Yeah. And is there any like other crypto that you recommend? I mean, you can't say recommend, but any like that you like believe in?
I think Matic is definitely doing good. Polygon, and we're launching on. We're potentially doing a lot of partnerships with ZK Sync, so that's a good public chain infrastructure. But yeah, definitely watch out and join Karat, right? Karat K. We are going to launch our own token KAT by the end of the year, and we're having 2 NFT coming out, which can help you mine out our token for free if you want. Yeah. So that's a free minting is going to start in May 1st through our Odyssey journey.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's cool. Like, make sure you guys check that out. With NFTs, you know how like it was taken advantage of, right? Like, because we believe in the technology itself, but people were using it to like just sell pictures.
Exactly. That's a problem with it.
What's your take on NFTs? You think it'll recover when crypto goes back up, or what's going on? Especially the big players.
I personally, I'm not a believer of PFP. I do believe in NFT technology as a key to your credentials or as a pass to your other DeFi or gamify the apps. Yeah. So like in Karat, for example, we have 2 types of NFT. One type is a validator NFT, which we call the captains for like the bunny clams and stuff. Yeah. So as a captain, you're able to delegate others to run a physical node, and you can have a link to share to others to verify their data. Yeah. And the validator is in return going to issue credentials and the soulbound token, right? So the user on the other hand free mint a soulbound token NFT, which is kind of like their key to their on-chain profile. Yeah. They can tie multiple wallets or tie different socials like your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your like academia or like medical stuff onto the same profile. And the best part is with this soulbound token, you're able to manage different access control, right? So for example, if you want someone to see you're male or female without seeing your ID, you can do that. If you want someone to see your Twitter follower number without seeing your Twitter handle, you can do that. So you're able to give different people different kind of like ZK access or full access or limited access to to your data on chain.
Yeah.
And I think that's actual utility value is going to transform and revolutionize the whole data infrastructure in general.
No, I like that. No, I love what you're doing out there, and the world's going to catch up to Web3,
oh,
right?
Totally,
and
yeah.
Based off everything that you've gone through, what have you learned about yourself in general?
A lot, actually. I think that's the main reward you get from entrepreneurship, is that you learn more about yourself and then any money you can make, because that's what makes you happy. If you don't understand your needs and wants, and no matter how much you make it, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
So I think I later learned that
Top three.
Yeah. I have a strong need to be loved than I realized before. Like being loved, being around people that you think that love you is more important than I realized before.
Yeah.
Then also I later found out I'm like definitely an adventurous person. And the third thing I learned is definitely I do still have a desire for wealth and a desire to be respected in a certain way. But and I learned more about like my strengths and weaknesses as well. And like maybe I'm like not that good at like management, but like better at sales and better at public speaking and all those little stuff, like skill sets wise as well. So I think you do learn a lot about yourself through entrepreneurship.
Of course, yeah, because through all the trial and error and the challenges, it's probably one of the most stressful times of your life, right?
Yeah.
So you learn a lot from challenges.
Yeah, you start thinking like what you actually need and want,
Rudy, appreciate you. Thank you for everything. Check out Rudy's social medias, right? Check out Karat. Link is in the description. Anywhere else they can follow you or check your stuff out?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at RudyRone3, and thank you.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the whole video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Rudy, great guy, modest, simple. It just shows you that you could be a multi-millionaire. You don't have to have a huge mansion. He was in Forbes under 30. He was on 60 Minutes, so he's doing it his way, the right way. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Turn on notifications by hitting that bell. And remember, we are building a community where we have aspiring entrepreneurs learning from successful entrepreneurs. We have live calls religiously, guest speakers religiously. In this community, we all talk to each other, learn from each other. You might find your next career opportunity here. Click that link in the description below. Remember, your network is your net worth.
You tell me I'm something you need, but baby, you know that I'm bad for you, yeah. Why you gotta be so naive? If I treat you like one I don't want, you know I'm just so hard to please. I lie to your face to get what I want, babe. Somehow you